Hello, hi everyone. Hope everyone's doing well today. Yeah, I just wanted to record a bit. Yesterday I had a pretty good day, thankfully, because I've been having some hard days sometimes too. And yesterday was nice because I went to volleyball with my sister, and I've been messing up like the past few times, like I haven't done as well, kind of. But I did play with someone. He's like an older Asian guy, like in his 40s maybe, and he's really nice. I don't remember his name, sadly, but he's really funny. He always makes jokes and he's supportive to people, so it's really fun to play with him. And I don't usually like play on his team, right? I usually partner up with my sister, but this time my sister was like, oh, why don't you make a partner with someone new? So yeah, we ended up being partners, and he was really nice. He helped me warm up. And the only bad thing was that like I really hurt like my right upper back, because we were doing this like warm up things in volleyball where it's like you grab the ball, it hurts. You grab the ball like the volleyball, and then you put it behind your head with both hands like this, and like same with this side, and then you like smash it down in the ground. So it's to warm up your shoulders, or like, I don't know, to help with like spiking and like heading or stuff like that. I don't really know. So you do that, right? And I did it so it would like bump like really high up. Like it would go like crashing down and then go up really high, right? Same like what the other person was doing. So I did that, but I didn't feel it right away until the next morning, which was today. And it hurt a lot, so right now it's like kind of hard to breathe. So if you see me kind of like breathing weirdly, and like it's just very uncomfortable, like I have to like do certain positions for it not to hurt. But yeah, hopefully tomorrow it'll kind of go away, or oh sorry, sometime soon maybe. But yeah, it was nice where yesterday I went to this thing with Epi, like Foundry, which is like a mental health resource for young adults. And we had like a yoga, we had like a yoga video that we did. We had like, last week we had a TED Talk that we watched, but this week it was just like a meditation type of thing. And we had some nice tea, like I had some French vanilla tea, so we had that. Yeah, something like that, just group discussion. And I don't, like I drive, but I just have my first license where I have to be supervised. So it's nice that they're able to pick you up and usually drop you off at the activities that the group does, right? And right now, because it's winter, it's mainly indoors, like classes and things like that. But in the summer, they had a lot of like outdoor activities. So yeah, anyways, so it was really fun, and I think lately my favorite part about it, I guess not the healthiest maybe, but because we have a ride to the places, and sometimes it's like half an hour or 20 minutes, sometimes longer, especially when I'm alone with the driver. This time I was Josie, but other times it's been this girl named B, or like different people, right? And I don't usually have people that I can vent to, like people that I can talk to about stuff. But they're like youth workers or case workers, or they're like occupational therapists or recreational. So they're trained to kind of help you with mental health struggles, right? So they're really nice. I've been struggling sometimes with some things in my relationship. Like it's been good, but I get in my head and I'm like, oh, is it, the right thing, or like, is it gonna work out? Because with my anxiety, like I tend to overthink a lot, right? Sorry if I'm switching hands, like different angles. It's just that I don't really have somewhere I can set my phone down, and I get tired of holding it with a certain hand. But yeah, so what's it called? So they're really nice where they've let me like vent a lot, like maybe like on the way there and back, like just kind of talk about what's going on, the fact that I'm crying so often, the fact that like, I can have a good day and still feel really down after. Like it's just a lot of weird things, and like a lot of constant like, racing thoughts, and how my inner critic has been really horrible this year, and my somatic OCD, and like a lot of not so fun things, So yeah, it's been really nice to have someone safe where I could talk to about a lot of different things and insecurities, like my job anxiety, the fact that I've been unemployed for a while, and that really makes me feel ashamed. And like hopefully this year coming up I can do college training or job training, because I really want to change that, because I want to feel productive in society. I don't want to feel like a burden. But it's hard because I have so many phobias and fears and anxiety, so it's like, yeah, it's gonna be really hard to overcome all of that, but hopefully I'm able to do it and get better at it. Just because, like, even if it's kind of comfortable, which it's not, but you know, it's something I'm familiar with right now, like what I'm struggling with and how my life routine is, but it's something I want to change. So it's like, hopefully I can do that and just get better in general, because like I'm not really happy where I'm at in life. I feel a lot of life pressure from myself or from other people, so it's like it's really hard to be kind to yourself, you know. And I'm scared that once I do get a job, like my anxiety will be through the roof and I'll be stressed out and feel like I can't keep up the job, or like I won't get through the training period. So it's like, even if it's a minimum wage job, like I don't know why. It's something that's supposed to be easier, so I don't know why I get so in my head about it. Like, it makes me feel like a loser. Like, why do I have such, you know, unrealistic views and like insecurities and things like that? So yeah, it sucks. Like, I don't want to be like making excuses for it. I don't know how I developed it, to be honest, but hopefully I can get rid of it, because like I know I'm a hard worker. I know that I'm really kind and I'm really supportive and I'm a team player. It's just that like I get so in my head and like I'm bad with stress and things like that, that it's just, yeah, hopefully it's something I can improve at. Just because like I do want to be happier and I do want to feel more independent and like productive, like self-productive or some kind of word like that, right? But yeah, thankfully yesterday was a good day, and it was really nice because my boyfriend, he was really sweet. The other day, like the day before yesterday, I think I messaged him like, hey, I know like I tend to have a lot of mental health struggles, and like, you know, in the future when we're living together in person, like in the same country, in the same city and everything, not just long distance, like would you still, you know, accept me? Would you still love me because I have these struggles and I've been unemployed, or like, you know, like it won't be like all roses and butterflies, you know? So it's like, he was really nice, and he didn't really send me a long message like I did, but he was basically just saying like, no, I'm not gonna leave you and stuff, right? So it was nice, because I keep things to myself a lot, like in a relationship. I don't want to burden him or make him feel sad, or, you know, just make him feel like he's not making me happy enough, even though I really need to work on being assertive and work on like communication, because if my needs aren't being met, or if I'm not, how is he supposed to help me if I don't mention it, right? And I make sure that he's supported and his needs are met. So it's only fair that it goes both ways, right? So I really need to work on that, but I'm trying to. And I sent him some videos about like more empathetic type of things that he could possibly say to me and stuff like that. So hopefully, you know, we can work it out and get better at it. But yeah, he was really nice. We were kind of playing around with ChatGPT, which I've only known about for like a couple months kind of, but it's so handy. So he made like a really sweet message, like that maybe, you know, once we're finally together under the same sky, and some cheesy but romantic things, like that I live somewhere where the snow falls and like the pine trees, like their smell of it. And then he lives somewhere where there's cherry blossoms and the sun sets. So it was kind of cute. Like it was romantic. So he asked ChatGPT for a bit of help to like make sure his English was correct. But it was really sweet. Like it really made my day. And we talk on Messenger, Facebook, right? So he sent me a lot of voice messages that day. And so it was nice because he doesn't usually do that. And he sent me like 5 voice messages. So text messages are nice, but when I miss him and if I don't get to call him, then I like voice messages. But yeah. So it was a lot better. Like in that volleyball, there was this, sorry, all over the place kind of talking, but at volleyball, there was this girl, I think her name was Carmen or Carmela, I don't know. Yeah, she was super nice because it was her first time there, and she was pretty good, right? Like playing volleyball. And then she was basically just cheering everyone on, like, oh, you did great, like, good job, like clapping and like screaming in a good way, like, you know, cheering people on. So it was really like refreshing and like positive, and it really made me think like, oh my gosh, like I want to be my own cheerleader. I want to do that because I do that for other people. Like she said, oh, you're so nice, because I was kind of doing the same thing. Like when you mess up in volleyball, like sometimes you like grab each other's hand, like you kind of like not really slap hands, but you just like, I don't know how to say it, but you put your hand and they put their hand and you just kind of like do like this, right? So you let them know like, oh, it's okay, like you messed up, or like when you do something great, it's like you do that too, right? Like you kind of not shake hands, but you just pat them and stuff. So I don't know the name for it, I guess. But yeah, so it was really nice to kind of be around someone who's that positive, or someone that's like cheering people on and being that kind to others. So yeah, it was really sweet because when I first started volleyball, I did the same thing, but you kind of tone it down just because not everyone's like that, right? But I still like try to do it kind of, right? Maybe just not like as obvious, like depending on the day and stuff. But yeah, so it was really cool. That really made my day, and the fact that my friend, the older gentleman, he like helped me warm up and stuff, and like he kind of he was talking to my sister, and they were talking or something, and then he said, oh, she's gotten a lot better at volleyball. Like my sister made a joke about me, and then he was like, no, like she's gotten a lot better. So it was really sweet because I've been super in my head how I haven't been doing good at receiving the ball and things like that, and just getting in my head. And it was really sweet to get that comment, that outside like compliment, where it's like, no, I have been doing better. So it was really nice because like sometimes I do good, like I can do good sets for the most part, and like good spikes, even though they're not like super like fancy, or like they're just like, it usually gets it over, right? So yeah, but the thing I struggle with the most is receiving. Like I'm really bad at like getting it to the setter, or like doing the angle. Like I think something that helped that time yesterday and Tuesday was that I was what's it called? I think what helped was that I was like trying to get into the mindset of like, okay, always assume that it's coming to you, because sometimes I'm like, where is it going? Like I don't really know how to read the body language, or like you're supposed to watch where the trajectory of the volleyball is going, right? So I'm still not like the greatest at it when I'm receiving. So it's like when I'm setting, I'm a little bit better at it. But I just find that really hard. Like it's a lot of pressure, especially when you're in the middle of the back part of the court. Then it's like you're usually the main one that's receiving it, and if you can't do it, then it's like it can't get to anyone else, right? So yeah, but I did a lot better yesterday, thankfully. So it was nice because I've only gotten to practice like once a week. Even last year it was like 2 times a week. So yeah, but it's nice because it's like one of the only bonding things I have with my older sister, because we don't really get to see each other much, or we don't really bond a lot like we used to, I guess. Like we don't have the time and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, so it was really nice and refreshing to have a good day. Not because I don't try to have a good day or be happy and positive, but it's just like, I don't know, it's been a hard year, and I am really grateful for everything I have. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, it's so hard because I've just been so harsh with myself this year. I've been like, yeah, just really like not what my usual would be. And like I'm thankful, like I've been less anxious this year, like less stressed out at times depending, but I've been a lot more depressed and sad. I'm crying a lot, so it's like I don't know which is better. You know, it's like neither is better, right? But I do want to work on being more of a positive person, like not just thinking about the worst case scenario and being negative and stuff like that, because it's my personality in a way. It's like what I grew up with, so I kind of absorbed it, and I want to try to change that. And like I'm super positive and happy and bubbly or like friendly, and I try to be helpful when it comes to other people. Like I'm very forgiving, I'm very like chill, I'm very like I don't know, like very go with the flow and stuff, right? But when it comes to myself, it's like I kind of picked up on the same thing that my mom does to herself and stuff. So yeah, I hope this year coming up will be better. You know, you can only do your best. So I really hope that I become stronger and more resilient, and that I believe in myself more and what I can do to change my life. Just because, like, sometimes it feels like your limiting beliefs really hold you back. And that's the case for me for sure. So yeah, but just wanted to share a little bit because it was nice to have like some really nice things happen in one day between like my boyfriend and like volleyball. Like that really made my day. And I also had an advocacy group meeting that day, yesterday. So that was nice too, because I'm part of like an advocacy group that helps raise awareness for people with disabilities. Like it's mainly people with autism or like developmental disabilities or learning Asperger's, you know, things like that, right? So, but there's a few members that just have mental health struggles or like maybe nothing at all. It's open to anyone that wants to help advocate for people in a community. It can be anyone, not just people with disabilities, and then talk to government officials and like local representatives, and just kind of advocate for different laws and things like that. So it's a really cool group. And they do really fun retreats and things, so that's been really cool. But yeah, so I was thankful. Like, I think it really helped to have a lot happen in one day, like the advocacy group, volleyball, and then like the yoga and like mindfulness thing. It was nice to just keep busy because, you know, being unemployed, not having too much of a routine for a long time, like I try to keep busy and try to do my best. But it's been really hard this winter because I've been, you know, waking up later. I haven't been exercising as much. I eat junk food. So it's like it all really adds up, and it probably leads to a lot of my crying and my mental health, like crisis and stuff like that. And so I really need to work on it, right? Like hold myself accountable. But also like give myself grace is something that I really struggle with. So yeah, I've been a little harsher on myself because of that. Like I was doing better in the summer, but I mean it happens. So yeah, hopefully things work out and hopefully have more better days to come. So wish me luck, and yeah, have a good day everyone. Bye.